Yo, what's good, yo?
What's up? Can we start the show off by giving a high five?
High five?
Yeah, no high five.
Hey man, back your hand up, please.
We're back. I wanted to hit you guys up, pick your brains about something. I was thinking about something this week. Remember, you guys all used to rap a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So remember when you used to rap? If you told someone, hey man, yeah, I rap, I do a little something, mm-hmm. They would want you to bust like right then. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you rap? Oh, hey, bust something. Go ahead. Or like, if somebody, you said the same thing and somebody else was a rapper in the room, they want you to battle. It's freestyle or whatever it is. Is that gone? Like, do y'all miss that? Is that gone from hip hop?
No, the battling culture is still pretty big, but it doesn't exist within the competitive nature of music. Like, I guess it does exist with.
They're basically poetry slams now. Straight up.
I mean, I guess it does exist with like Drake versus.
No, I meant like, is the expectation of a rapper now?
No.
It's like if you come across somebody who says they're a rapper,
you want to prove them.
I would laugh at them.
You would laugh at them
because I expect everything to be whack. Because there's so much whackness out there.
Would you expect them to be able to produce a rap right then?
No, maybe I think they would, but it would probably be whack. When people would, you meet people and like, so what do you do? I would never tell people I rap because it just felt so cliche, and there's so many whack. Maybe I'm just a Debbie Downer, right? Not a Debbie Downer. I'm more of a David Downer, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you David.
David Downer. So I just assume everything's gonna be whack, and I assume that when I would tell people like, yeah, I rap, they'd be like, oh, you rap? You not on the radio? I never heard of you. Like all these things, and you're like, oh, I don't rap. I don't do none of that. Mm-hmm. So people, I would always leave that alone. Also, because people were like, then rap for me. I always took that. I was like, but that's like. I was offended by that, like, dance,
right?
Dance, Negro dance. Right. I'd be like, nah,
because they don't do it to comedians, right?
They don't do that to fools who play guitar.
They do it to comedians,
they do.
Right?
Tell me a joke. Yeah. So I never do that to poets.
Give me a stanza.
I mean, it does happen.
No, it's happened to me. I almost got into a fight before because somebody was like, do a poem for me, and I was like, I'm not doing a poem for you.
And that led to,
and then they tried to beat me up. It wasn't even a fight. He was gonna beat me up
because you wouldn't.
He was an MMA dude. And he was like, hey, spit something. I was like, nah. He was like, I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna just lose this one. I ain't spitting nothing for you. It's not gonna happen.
Oh man,
true story.
Really? Mm-hmm. I just remember it happening to me. I used to rap a long time ago. Mm-hmm. But if I was to say, yeah, I rap, and I was like, oh, well, spit something. Like, I don't really want to right now. Is that a hip hop requirement?
No, you have to ask them how much money you got right now in your pocket.
Yeah,
wait, is it?
There's no freestyle.
Is it a hip hop?
For me,
is it a hip hop requirement?
I'm a professional.
Is it a hip hop requirement to spit on command?
Yes.
Or is it a hip hop requirement to be capable of spitting on command?
To be capable of spitting on command. You say yes.
To be capable, yes.
Okay. Yes. So, because I remember back in the day, like anybody who had a ghostwriter was considered whack.
I agree.
Like if you couldn't write your own rap, like you're not a rapper.
Right.
But is that the case though? Because I mean, they can do it. They can get on the mic and.
It's a new era.
It's a new era. People do it. Yeah, I don't know. I still think you're. I guess the question is, can you? Right. So if I was going to sit down, if I was Let's take Drake. Let's take Aubrey.
Because obviously that's where we're going.
Right, Aubrey.
Right.
But even Kanye sits down with 25 people, you know, and says, well, we're going to make a record. We are going to make a record. It's going to be called the Me record, right? This is my record. You all will get writers, so what's the problem, right? So it's not really ghost writing at that point. We're collaboratively making songs.
Look, man, these cats aren't MCs anymore.
I agree.
They're pop stars.
I agree.
Straight up.
Yeah.
They're pop stars, and pop stars have writers.
Yeah.
I mean, but even somebody as big as Kendrick Lamar still got people writing with him.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't care.
I mean,
I don't care. The point is, they're not MCs.
It could be Marvin Gaye. I don't care who it is.
They are not. The MC is. I'm not gonna say the MC doesn't exist, but dang, like I don't know where they are, but they're pop stars.
So why? Okay.
And so it doesn't matter.
Why is it the standard? Why is it the standard for hip hop and not other genres of music? That you have to be the writer and the performer.
Because the art of hip hop was what it started this way. That was the art of hip hop. That's how.
And I think that was the standard. And I don't know that I agree and disagree with him. I think obviously that's the probably best case scenario. But once again, when you're talking about collaboratively making a record, like I don't know, I think I've loosened my stance on saying, whatever. They're like he said, they're making pop music at this point. It's not like the writing doesn't add to the lyricism and the intricacy of the rhyme pattern and all that. These dudes, they don't rap that fresh anyway. So even with your team, your raps weren't that amazing. It was more for case of making the song a better song. You know what I mean?
We're gonna make this sell.
Yeah. So I don't look at it like he's right. The MC is gone. Right? It's more like we're all making a song together outside of trying to be an MC.
From what you remember, especially you, because you were like really in the genre of quote unquote Christian hip hop, was that ever a thing? Like where Christian MCs had to be able to drop one, spit one on command. Like if you were at a show, okay, and someone walked up to you, and given you're in that environment where it's like the battle rap environment, and somebody walked up to you, and you know them as another Christian rapper, with the expectation for you to be there for you to go in with that Christian rapper.
No, because I was probably better than them, and they wanted to rap to me, so I'd be like, what do you need?
But I think that did exist between your group and Tunnel Rats. I think they. I'm saying that there are people, but people thought of you guys as.
For us, Tunnel Raps were more homies. Like we weren't like beefing or whatever.
I'm not saying beef,
you know what
but
I mean?
I'm saying
I think for those guys, they probably. But it's an individual kind of thing. For like, we'll take Rafi. If someone was gonna step to Rafi's gonna freestyle battle you there. But that's just who he is, right?
Yeah.
For me, I would have laughed at you like, oh, you wanna. I mean, we were LA Symphony. We were more, I don't want to say pretty boys than the Tunnel Rats guys. Those guys were a little more like, they were more like rappity rap, and we were more like, hey, where's the party at, right? You know what I mean?
Real quick, drop it in the comments if you think Christian hip hop should also be battle rappers, or if you think being able to drop a freestyle at any given moment is a requirement to be a rapper at all. Yo, but speaking of this battle rap, real quick. Back in the day, you probably remember this too, there was an issue with Christians even coming close to battle rapping. Like we weren't supposed to battle each other.
I remember we were in Arizona once, and there was this guy named, whatever his name was. He had something called like the negative or the opposite battle or the nice battle, and you had to like compliment the guy. Somebody signed me up for this, and I was like, I don't even know that I could do that without rhyming, let alone be complimentary to these white folks.
Your shoes are fresh, son.
Yeah, that's literally what it was. I lost easily because I wasn't,
Was it like Christian?
Yeah. It was at a church. It was at a Christian. It was at a church show we did.
That's dumb.
No,
It was. I thought it was
so
too.
I don't know how this person.
Vocab Malone was the guy's name who did it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, blast him.
Why not?
He's a pastor now.
Yeah. Nice guy, I like him. Nice dude. But the idea was weird.
What's his
I told him then.
Vocab
Vocab Malone. He's from Arizona.
Well, no disrespect, Vocab Malone.
No disrespect.
That wasn't a good idea.
No disrespect at all. I told him then. I thought this is weird, yo.
Yeah.
But that's we did it.
But there's a well-known Christian rapper who has a battle on YouTube with that he was battling somebody, and if he wasn't cursing, he did use the N-word. The other person, I believe he won the battle too. If I would be honest, but I think if I were to ask him today, the Christian rapper, he wouldn't be proud to let people. He wouldn't want people to know.
Check this out, y'all. Have y'all heard battle rap today? Like what it sounds like?
It's poetry slam.
It's a poetry slam, right?
Yeah.
Right? What happened? Like when did battle? What happened to the beat? Like it used to be a beat, and a dude would come to the mic and rip one real quick, and then somebody would come back. What happened?
You know what else with that? Like, I don't know. Like, I always thought that the freestyle battles were like freestyle battles. But them fools know who they're battling and go home
they got intel.
right, raps for 7 years and then come back and be like, and then they start and then that was a good line. Everybody clapping. Let me pick back up at tape. And then they go back 2 lines, drop the same lines. Like that's lame. Those dudes that's weak.
That's not battle rap.
That's not. That's something else. That's called writing a paper and showing up with your, that's a thesis. Yeah, that's an essay contest. That ain't battle rapping.
It's
Get
a
out of here.
contest.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh well, comment y'all if y'all like that. The battle rap today versus the battle rap back.
Don't nobody like that.
Nobody. Some people like it. They have an audience.
I mean,
You know what?
These cats have
People like that.
Daylight.
Yeah.
Long careers.
They have audiences. So it's
They should all go get English degrees too.
But it's not a lot. It's not a lot of battle rappers in today's era that have crossed over and making good music.
No.
That's true. But that was always the case. Like remember Super Nat?
Yeah.
Dope with the freestyle. Right?
Yeah. Oh, he's amazing.
Not with the albums,
Right.
But once again, you got to think like then that turns back into the conversation about songwriting, right? Super Nat, had he had a team of writers, he probably could have put together a better record. Let's be honest, right? I think a lot of the problem with the
I don't know. If
you don't know.
No, let me talk. I don't know. I don't know if it was a team of writers or a decent A&R.
A&R.
This is back in the day.
Yeah, but
those mattered. Remember when those mattered?
They didn't though.
They did.
Who was? It depends on. It would depend on the label you were signed to and who the A&R was, right? Because the A&R.
That's what I. You just made my point.
That's his point.
No, but I'm saying. I'll say. I think I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is a lot of underground music is made by like one guy, right? So when let's say Sims makes a record. He makes a record. He picks all the beats. No, I'm not making a plug for anybody. He makes all the beats.
Cerulean.
Right?
On Spotify right now.
Go check that out.
Yes.
He picks all the beats. He picks all the beats. He writes all the raps. He does it all by himself, right? At what point is there anyone to say, you know what?
That's called an executive producer.
Yeah, but a lot of times the executive producer in that underground world is you.
Yeah, but
you doing it all by yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and everything that you guys produced did you guys have executive producers?
But there were 9 dudes. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of dudes to say, hey yo, bro.
Y'all talking about that?
Trash.
Hey, yo, bro.
Nah, but
You ever tell your brothers that stuff was trash?
What? All day. Like, I'm not rapping on that beat. No.
We told each other when it was trash.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you have to be honest.
About his album?
You have to have some honesty. First of all, my album was never trash. So you couldn't have told me, son.
Wait, so when you did your own stuff, did you have somebody in the room to tell you it was garbage?
I don't need nobody to tell me, son.
Here we go.
You know what?
Again.
No, but I'll say this. Best case scenario, I would have, right? That's in theory, like you said, what your label is there for. Because whenever we were signed to a label, the label would be like, you know what, I like these songs. These songs I'm not going on the record for.
So at the end of the day, what the point that I'm trying to make is Super Nat didn't necessarily have to have a team of writers, but if he had somebody that was keeping him accountable to good material, then he may have been more
Successful in making records and making songs, right?
All right, I'm gonna put a pin in that. I want to hit this last thing with you guys real quick. There's an ongoing debate. You guys know this debate. It's a tired debate. It's an old debate. I'm sick of the debate.
Okay.
But
You want to have it right now?
We're gonna have it right now. Christian hip hop artists versus what is it? What's the debate? I'm a Christian that does hip hop, or I do Christian hip hop.
I'm an artist that's Christian or a Christian that's...
So what's the debate? Which one is right?
Okay, listen. Basically this is my take on this whole thing. Like if you're saying I'm a Christian that does hip hop, so what you're saying, your product is not Christian hip hop, right? You're just saying I'm just putting out hip hop. I just happen to be a Christian. So this what you just heard is not Christian rap. Then there's the other guys who I'm a Christian and I create Christian rap, meaning the content of your music, therefore, is explicitly Christian. It identifies itself with Christ. Your music is identifying itself with Christ. Why is that such a debate? Why is that such a problem? Like, okay, you're not a Christian. You don't make Christian music, but you happen to be a Christian. Great. Goodbye.
I think as a poet, we ran into that issue because we want to just be dope, right? We want to be dope poets. But then there's also people who would do would do a show, and there would be like some Christian artists there, for example, that would say something like, your art is not representing Christ because you guys didn't talk about Christ in this way or whatever. So at the time, I was real conflicted because I'm like, I don't have to say Jesus is my Lord in my poetry to make people know that this is who I'm identifying.
Is that how you talk when you do poetry?
Lord, obviously.
But I'm just saying, like, so that created some kind of like internal conflict with me. Like, so my art should sound this way to be this thing, and I think that's not really true. Like, so looking back on it now, I think like the debate in my mind doesn't exist. It's just like I'll put out the content and allow people to label it what they want to. I think artists are creating. They're just creating. We were talking about Gazelle and him saying that he does want to be a part of Christian hip hop, because I think some of these artists, they see it as a weight. They see it as you have to be a thing, and that doesn't have to exist in music.
I think I could talk about this for 75 minutes.
We don't have 75.
We don't have 75 minutes though. I think the question, I don't know. It's too too big.
I think it's an audience thing. I think Christian rappers or whoever, they run into a problem because they're trying to target a Christian audience with music that's not targeted to a Christian audience. You know what I mean? Like if you want Christians to get on board with your music and you say I want to target the Christian audience, then you're going to put Christ in your music because that's what they're craving. That's what they're looking to hear. Or you can say I'm just creating what's in me. Like some of that stuff is going to come out sometime because I'm a Christian, so you're going to hear some Christian overtones or undertones, and that's going to be there. But that may not be what the Christian audience wants. Like I remember Lecrae kind of made that shift from straight up Christian hip hop to I just create hip hop. The Christian audience started to pull away, and he seemed to be confused as like, why is the Christian audience pulling away? Like why aren't y'all supporting me? Because I'm still a believer. Y'all starting to say I ain't Christian. Nobody's not saying you're not Christian. It's just the content ain't what we wanted. Like we wanted the after the music stops. We wanted that album. We want you to keep doing that. We ain't really tripping off Anomaly. That's not what we was here for. And so they dipped and they went another way. He got a new audience that wanted what he was putting out. So I'm just confused. Why is there such a debate? Like that's not what you make.
I think partially you have the artist who, but it's a Lecrae thing. It's not a Lecrae thing. It goes back. He's a good example in that I think a lot of times you have people who like I started out making this and then felt like I don't really like my fan base, or not that I don't like them, but like I'm tired of playing for youth groups. I want to play for adults. There could be so many different reasons why someone then says, I just want to make music and I'm a Christian, but I just want to make whatever I make. I don't want to be held to any kind of standard. Well, the hard part is like when you produce a product and then you say, I want to make another product. Well, you've already sold the people on this product, like you said. And then when you try to make a different product and the people don't, respond the same way, that's obvious. Like that's common. That should be common sense. But for the artist who's like so in his own world with 2,500 yes men around him, he's saying to himself, no, but I made this and you like me, right? You like me. No, they don't like you. They like what you're making here, right? They like this product that you've created for them. And especially if it's not sincere art that's from you, and it's a product in the first place, then it's really
So you
going
said
to be
Lecrae's
obvious.
music isn't sensitive.
Don't go there. No.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said when you make a product,
You just baited that dude.
and then you didn't bait me.
I did. I tried though.
When you make a product and then you want to switch it up and make another product, the people are gonna say, "No, I wanted that product that you made."
We're gonna have to have a Lecrae episode.
Why, man?
No.
Because
We don't need a whole
You got a lot to say. He
episode.
said,
We don't need a whole episode.
he said he got a lot
Can
to say.
Lecrae come? We need to have Lecrae come be on the show.
Lecrae.
Lecrae come be on the show.
Come on through, man. The Nest. We in Bellflower. Come through. Have some breakfast. Anyway, we're gonna do this again next week. We do it. Y'all come through?
Nah,
Come on, man.
not to miss.
Your name, it fits you. It perfectly fits you.
I don't disagree.
I disagree.
I support.
All right, we'll do this next week.